Well, hello folks, Stag here, and today I'm bringing you some more Hearthstone gameplay. I'm going off to the arena just because I, I don't want to play constructive this month. I haven't played as much, and we'll be probably playing with Mage or Shaman if possible because I have a daily quest there. And as you can see, I have two daily quests, which is almost impossible for me. Uh, if it was like 2 weeks ago, because I was playing really a lot of Hearthstone, and now I'm playing more Heroes of the Storm, which is a really fun game, and I haven't focused on ranking as much as I'm used to. I have to be honest, and I've been playing mostly Arena just to grind up, but Black Rock Mountain is coming, so I need to get the gold just to play. And the best way to get gold for me is to go to the arena, because I managed to do the dailies and I managed to grind a lot, because almost every time I get at least 6 wins. I know usually it's above the average. It's 7 wins. I get some arenas that are quite weak, like I don't know. I had an arena warrior with that went 5-3, so 5 wins. It's not that much, even though it's warrior, it's the worst class. uh, that being said, I also had 12 wins and 10 wins, and that's enough. You get a lot of gold if you get 12 wins. Sometimes you manage to get, I don't know, something like 400 gold sometimes, or 3 packs, which, well, it's not gold, and you are grinding for gold now, but it's really good. And here, well, none of these classes are the ones I wanted, so as I'm used to playing with Malfurion, I think he's weaker than Priest in the arena. Priest is really strong lately because he got really cool cards, and arena it's more of a value based metagame rather than uh, an aggro like constructed. So I don't know, I'll go with the Priest. I won't let you down. Yay. Oh well, garbage, so the obvious pick, it's Okanai. And I'm tempted to pick Circle. uh, Thramal Farseer, it's a weak card because it has the stats of a 2 mana cost minion, while costing 3. I know the Wind Fury, it's really cool, but it doesn't justify. If it was a 2/4, it would probably be decent enough to pick. Still, it's really awkward. As for the Light Spawn, well, it's really weak to silence, which goes around a lot in the arena from my experience. But if it runs rampant, it's really strong too. As for the Circle, well, if it was a later pick, maybe Circle would be okay if you have something like the Clerics, but Light Spawn this early as a second pick, it's the right move. Spectral Knight, it's the best card out of the 3. That being said, you always want a Holy Nova in my experience. I know some players disagree. Some players don't like Holy Nova, and I don't blame them. Two damage is not that good. I don't know whether Thought Steal is good enough. It's card draw, and it's too early to pick that, I think. I'm going with the Holy Nova. A little bit reluctant because I like the guy. Forgot the name. He shots for the Lich King, so yeah, I like the guy better there. But I think Cleric, the Shattersun Cleric, it's the best pick here. It's better than the other two, that's for certain. Cogmaster is awful in the arena unless you have a bunch of max, which I don't. Nomarang, No Muragan. I don't know how to say that name. Please, someone instruct me on how to say that name. It's awful. It doesn't trade with anything most of the times. I'll pick Shadow Word Pain, even though we need the 2-drop Shadow Word. It's awesome, awesome, awesome. And it's too early in the draft, and I think Shrinkmaster is better. The same thing I said about Thramal Farseer can be applied to Flying Machine. So, and War Golem, it's okay if you don't have late game. It's okay to pick that. Believe me. I don't know. People, it's like a vanilla card. It's 7 for 7. For a 7/7, it's not that great, but it's Doctor Boom without the boom bots. Mechanically, it's fine because of the stats. I'm tempted to pick Holy Smite because I don't have the early game, but I'd rather have that. Explosive Ship, it's not that great a card in the arena. You can pick that if you really don't have an early game. And I don't have the early game, but it's too early. And the Who's, it's a lot of weapons. It's like hungry for weapons all the time. So we'll go ahead and pick that. And I think Micro Machine and Dark Cultist are about the same. But Dark Cultist is better, if that makes any sense. Azure Drake, it's the best pick here, I think. It gives you a card. And even though, don't get me wrong, Injured Blade Master is awesome. Even outside constructed, if you're playing Priest, it's awesome. But the card draw in the body, the tempo move of the Azure Drake, it's just better. It just is, so I'll pick that. Mother Bomber, it's fine in Priest, but not that great with the deck we have here. And I'm tempted to pick the second Shadow Word. Yeah, it kills Belchers, it kills Jaina's Water Allies, so Lightspawn, it's not the wrong pick as well. But having 2 seems like a little bit too much. So I'll go ahead and pick Pain. And I'm tempted, really tempted to pick Shadow Word. Power Word. I don't have the late game. But Frost Elemental is not what you want for your late game right now. It's the 12th pick, so yeah, I think I'll go with the shield. Mind Blast is awful. It really is awful. Don't pick that. And I'll go with the early drop. Well, Spectral Knight, it's great. I got one. And I'm tempted to pick the other Swampooze. It's better than the Fairy Dragon in a sense that you can get value out of the Who's, and you can't get value out of the dragon. The Amani Berserker, well, it has the stats inverted. I know it has Enrage, but you can't Enrage in Priest, so yeah, I'll pick those again. Spiteful Smith, it's fine. And this is one of those things that people don't get. It's that even though you don't have a weapon, look at the stats. It's the same as Spectral Knight. The only thing is that it doesn't have visibility, but it has the same stats, so it will trade as well as Spectral Knight, unless he gets Fireball to the face, to his face, not our face, but you get the picture. So I'll pick the Spiteful and Burly Rockjaw because I don't have that many 2-drops. In fact, I don't think the Swampooze it's a 2-drop, but I do have the early removal. I can play that without getting any value actually, so it's fine. We have the Fairy Dragon, We have the Shrink Master to combo with the Shadow Word, and we don't have the weapons, nor we want the pirate, I think. So Burly Rockjaw, it's really the safest and the best pick out of the three. Tempted to pick Light Spawn. Mind Vision, it's a card that you pick when the other really suck, because, or when you don't have early game maybe, so you can get something from your opponent. Abusive Sergeant, it's okay if you have enough early games that it allows you to trade, to do a better trade, but in this deck we don't have 3 drops to trade, we don't have that many 2 drops to trade, so I'll pick the Light Spawn. It gives you more of a mid-range kind of dealio. And I won't pick the second Burly Rockjaw Trog because without taunt it should be a 4/5. To me it feels like it should be a 4/5 for me to pick a second one. So I'll pick the Dark Scale Healer just because it heals up a bunch of stuff sometimes. And still no late game, so don't know whether it's wrong to pick Mother Bomber. It probably is, because we do need an extra 3 drop, I think. It feels like we need the extra 3 drop. Yeah, I'll go ahead and pick that. I know it's always debatable, but I'm fine with that pick. I don't want the third Shadow Word. And I'm tempted to pick the Spellbreaker because I don't have any silence here, but I think Power Word Shield is better. It allows you to cycle through the deck, it allows you to trade up sometimes, because the hero power of Priests really shines when you have high HP minions. So if you manage to get, I don't know, Power Word Shield on the Light Spawn is awesome, unless it gets silenced, but that's, well, that happens sometimes. So I'll pick that. Another Temple Enforcer, okay. Now I'm actually happy I picked the Light Spawn because I can combo with a lot of stuff. I have 4 cards to combo with, and that's great. And Mind Blast, as I said, doesn't trade with anything, so it's awful. Raid Leader, it's an below average. I wouldn't say awful, but it's somewhere between average and below average, or maybe below average and awful. I don't know. Nah, it's between average and below average. If you have a bunch of garbage in a really rushy deck, you can make use of him, but not here. I'll pick the Razor Fan. And I'll pick this third Temple Enforcer over the Word. And I'm tempted to pick the other Holy Nova. It feels like too much Nova. Another Word Shield, Flesh Eating Ghoul. How many plays do I have early on? I have 1, 2 creatures, and I'm thinking about playing Acidic Swampus without getting the value most of the times, because we'll be facing a lot of mages. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, 7. I can't count with the 4 drops. Yeah, another Word Shield it is. Yeah, why not? And Amani actually looks like the right pick here, because of all the Power Word Shield and whatnot. Mad Scientist doesn't work. Ironforge Rifleman doesn't work unless you have a hero power that allows you to work with him, like Janus. so I'll pick the Amani. I'm somewhat tempted to pick Novice Engineer because of the cycle, but I think that's wrong. On Iotron it's probably better. I know it has worse stats than Bloodsail, but you can take advantage of the battle cry on Bloodsail, and an Iotron, you might wanna hold on to that dude, because you don't have, see, no taunts here, no taunts whatsoever. If you manage to hold on to that and play it at the right time, you might be able to hide something behind him. Well, I said no taunts, but we have Lethal Exorcist. Doesn't count. Northshire, it's great there. And as always, Pint-sized Summoner doesn't trade well with the other two drops most of the times. Young Priestess dies to most hero powered, so Shadow Word. Let's try out the deck and see how we fare in this arena. I'll try to record this just in a flash. Well, that was a 16-minute draft. Almost.
Anduin versus Anduin. The light shall bring victory. The light shall burn you.
It feels okay to keep all except the Drake. Well, we got enough early game to play. Now we just need to get some decent... What is he doing? Do you know what would be hilarious if he had Jeeves? Why the heck would he play a Holy Nova to the face? Just why? He must be new to the game, right? Because that doesn't make any sense. Yep, fine by me. I don't think I want to trade here. But then again, I can't play anything else. Yeah, I do need to trade here, right? What's the other option? The other option would be to go face and drop Northshire. Even though if he has... Yeah, dropping Northshire might be wrong. Unless he has another Holy Smite. Yeah. This is probably the wrong play, but I was so thrown off by that Holy Smite to the face. Doesn't make any sense, really. Is he really doing that? I don't get it. I really don't get it. This is one of the strangest things I've seen. And what should I do? Should I even attack that? Well, I could heal and attack and kill it. Or I could simply drop an Oitron and attack. And you know what? I'll do it. I'll do just that. And the reason why I'm playing this way is because I think he's just new to the game, and that's probably the reason why he played that way. It's the only thing I can think about. So I want to heal up the Northshire here because of possible Holy Nova. And we'll get the card first. It's somewhat irrelevant attacking or not. And I'll drop the Berserker. I'm not that afraid of mind control tech. Yeah, what?
The damned stand ready.
Really, those peaks? It's like, what the fuck, man? So I can power word that. Maybe that. That's the right move, yeah. It feels like the right play. I'll be killing that. And send those fellas there. And I think I just heal here. It doesn't have Holy Nova, so I'll play the acidic swamp pose. So he's killing that, or that. It's fine either way. He does know that it just wasted a card, basically, right? He probably doesn't know better. Wait, can I actually keep that alive? No, I can't. Yes, I can. Well, sorry.
Well played.
I'm trying to be a douchebag to see if he gives up, because it's a fairly one-sided match. And sometimes you know you've lost, basically. Or, in this case, I know I've won already. There's not even a real plan for next turn. I'll probably drop Spectral Knight just because it can't be targeted, so. And healing yourself does nothing for you. And the positioning here, it's almost irrelevant. Well, for me it's irrelevant. I don't have Direwolf Alpha or anything like that, so it's irrelevant. So much time wasted on this guy. Well, and that was the first match. Not that exciting. Please come back for the second match in the next video. And I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.